So we have a Woody Allen film, Everything You Want to Know About Sex, but We're Afraid to Ask. So it basically is a bunch of short stories, and there's all these things about love and sex and all that kind of thing. But I don't think it's his best film because I still think Crimes and Misendeavors is still, or Misdemeanors is it? It's still that's still the best film I think he's made. But I did quite enjoy it. And there was some like funny stuff in there, and there was some stuff saying about obviously what all these people go through, all these different choices and everything they have about the whole sexuality thing, if they're transvestite, if they're not, if they're straight, gay, whatever, and I liked how the beginning it started off with like medieval sort of vibe, and that whole like setting, and there was all that going on, like he's supposed to be the jester and everything, the Joker and everything, and he's trying to make the king laugh, but the king won't laugh because he's just, not funny, and all this, and I like that they sort of started off as sort of like medieval sort of thing, and they're sort of poking fun at the fact that back in those times they had lots of like keys and locks and everything. So obviously, of course, her down below part, shall we say, vagina is locked by a chain, and you have to use a key to open it to obviously have sex with. Um, but I do like this movie. I am coming around to Woody Allen now, and before I wasn't. But I think obviously now with like Sleeper and this movie, Crimes and Misdemeanors, Annie Hall, Sweet and Lowdown, To Rome with Love, all those were fine, quite enjoyable, and good movies. Some of them are better than others. I mean, Crimes and Misdemeanors is the best one. That's a really good movie. And Hannah and Her Sisters was good. So you got that. And I like this movie. I mean, Woody Allen is in it a couple of times, and obviously he likes to cast himself quite a few times. But I have no problem with that. He is playing basically the same character he plays in all his movies, but that's fine. And I just enjoyed it personally because it was funny and it's poking fun at sex and there's a massive tit and he says, "Hey, there's a tit on the loose," and that was quite funny. Um, and it's just interesting to see that he's got all these different things he has to say. He's not saying the exact same thing all the time, which before was my problem with Manhattan and Midnight in Paris and Vicky Cristina Barcelona, all just saying the same thing. But these films I've seen recently haven't been saying the same thing. So I think Annie Hall had a sense of trying to criticize other films when people were sort of having a go saying, obviously, you're criticizing this movie, how dare you come into this movie? And I love all that. And there's touches of Woody Allen all in his films, but I think there's something a bit more universally better about some of these other ones I've seen that it's sort of coming out and he's sort of being quite bold and sharp at what he wants to say and not hiding away, which some directors do that doesn't really work. So, overall, I did enjoy this movie quite a lot. I don't think it's his best movie, but 7.2 at least. Very entertaining.